Agriculture producers in Michigan and across the country are breathing a sigh of relief after President Trump clarified his plans to suspend immigration into the United States. Migrant laborers who have H-2A and H-2B visas will still be allowed to enter the country, leaving the state's ag workforce intact.
This order will only apply to individuals seeking a permanent residency. In other words, those receiving green cards, big factor, will not apply to those entering on a temporary basis. As we move forward, we'll examine what additional immigration-related measures should be put in place.
H-2A is a non-immigrant visa program. So the folks that are under H-2A are coming here, doing a job for a season, and then returning to their homes. They're not looking for citizenship or long-term residency. So the EO had no effect on the H-2A or, in fact, the H-2B. Other than under H-2B, there's a cap under that program of 66,000 roughly, and there was some talk of increasing that by another 35,000. However, this EO, as we understand, has taken away that opportunity right now, so we are still operating under the cap of 66,000 for H-2B. But H-2A is still open and rolling, and that's what we assume because the administration's been doing some things to help streamline that process.
While COVID-19 has led to some logistical and transportation challenges, BAME says the virus has not deterred temporary workers from returning to Michigan for the 2020 growing season. Great Lakes Ag Labor Services is communicating with both employers and H-2A workers about creating safe work environments.
Eligio on our staff developed some videos talking about the executive orders here, what's going on here in Michigan, how to protect themselves, and we've distributed that on the buses as they come up here, and then we obviously provide a lot of information once they get here. So far, they seem to be comfortable continuing to come. All of our clients and all of our farmers here are trying to do everything they can to follow the guidelines, the advisories for a safe workplace. We are a little concerned with the ability to meet the social distancing guidelines that the CDC recommends. We're trying to do some things within the existing housing to try to move beds around, try to have toe-to-head spacing of workers, do everything we can within the confines of the limited housing we do have, and then also trying to make arrangements should someone exhibit symptoms or be diagnosed with COVID to be able to have some quarantine areas either on site or we've been talking to Michigan Department of Ag and Rural Development about possibility of maybe perhaps FEMA housing or trailers that might be available. Also talked about some of the hotels, motels that are not being utilized right now. So there's a variety of things that are being looked at to try to make sure we can provide that isolation when needed.
BAME recommends growers visit the COVID-19 resource page on Michigan Farm Bureau's website to learn more about how to best keep their families and employees safe.